This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Bikeworks HMB, your one-stop shop for bike service, sales, and rentals in Half Moon Bay, California. Whether you're on the mountain, road, or low on battery, Bikeworks HMB has your back. So come on down to 520 Kelly Street and come talk some shop with the boys. All right, I'm GT. Peace out. Enjoy this episode of the podcast. Welcome back to the Between Shifts podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Gavin.
I'm Ian.
David.
And we might not have a guest on this episode, but we just wanted you guys to get a little more feeling for us, your hosts, and how we all mesh together and how our personalities work together. So
we're going to shoot the shit.
Yeah, we're going to shoot the shit, to say the least.
Yep.
And we've come up with some fun little talking exercises for you guys to listen to us sound like idiots.
I think it's going to be a lot of shower thoughts this episode.
Yeah,
definitely. Shower thoughts episode.
Shower thoughts.
Yep.
It's Friday night here on the coast. We're in the Turret, our official podcast studio, thanks to Half Moon Bay Bikeworks.
First episode in the Turret.
First episode. Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go. Big on the knuckles tonight. We're all just smiling.
Yeah. It's a good day.
Yeah.
Good day to have a good day.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
we're going to start with Ian's little thought-provoking exercise.
I just thought today, I work in the trades, right? And at some point in time, I was like, okay, at some point in time, I'm going to pay someone else to do something that I don't want to do. I don't know what it would be, but there's certain things I could figure out. I could probably roof my house, but I can't do a fucking root canal. What would you guys say is the cutoff for something that you wouldn't pay, that you would go ahead and pay someone else to do versus doing yourself?
You know, I think theoretically, I own a house.
Okay.
You know, I can do a lot of stuff around the house. Can't do everything. You know, I could do little concrete jobs here and there. You want a tiny little patio? Sure. You want to redo the driveway? I don't know if I take that on myself. So I would say
the severity, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. When it comes to going that deep, I don't know if I'm doing that myself.
I'm going to kind of piggyback off of David. I'm going to take a similar thing with the house, but anything that you have to know how much weight capacity something could have, I'm done. Like structural integrity.
Like building a deck?
Okay, no, a deck's easier.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm talking like a lot of weight.
No engineering.
You have to like understand structural support and all that type of shit.
You got to hit up James.
Yeah. So you're not putting a
horrified plumber.
You're not putting a hot tub on a roof.
No. And, and the other thing that I can't do is a colonoscopy.
Yeah, I couldn't do
that. Not doing that.
Oh, dude, that's kind of like in The Office when he's like, I don't tip people for jobs I could do myself.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
He's like, I could buy my own groceries, but I can't pulverize my candy stones. That's kind of the idea. Okay, yeah. What else? There's got to be a couple.
It's your turn now.
Dude, I'm gonna say pulverizing kidney stones. No fucking way.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I wish you could pay somebody to push out your kidney stones.
Yeah. If I could surrogate a kidney stone to someone else.
I didn't know that with kidney stones, the painful part isn't peeing it out. Like it coming out your urethra.
Oh,
is like nothing compared to it passing through, like it's like into your bladder. It's like
through your kidneys and everything.
Because it's got to go.
Oh, you can feel it the whole time.
So it's like it's when it's in you is when it hurts. Peeing it out.
Do they have something now in science that can like help break it down inside of you?
Yeah, you can ultrasonic break it down, but you still have to pass the stones.
And then you're just radioactive the rest of your
No, ultrasonic. I'm like, they're hitting you with one of those, like, what's the Theragun thing? They're hitting the side of you with a Theragun. It's like ultrasonic.
It sounds like a fucking
it does.
It sounds superhero.
Dude, it's crazy because my brain knows where my kidneys are and what they're doing. It has no idea how to tell me, though. You ever think of that? Like, my kidneys are somewhere in my body. I have no idea where. My brain does know where my kidneys are, and it does control them. It won't tell me where in my body they're at or what they're doing or
how they're doing.
How they're doing it, what they hurt. Yeah.
Ultrasonic kidney stones. Great band name.
Ultrasonic kidney stones.
That would be a sick band name.
Great.
But also, like, you know how like car engines have the chip that you can pull out and check in a computer?
Why don't we have
we
too?
fucking have that?
Yeah.
Elon, what's going on?
It's crazy. And our brain knows. Our brain knows what's going on. Yeah. It's so funny, though, because our brain knows exactly where every part of our body is.
No, I know. It's nuts.
We have to teach our brain.
Yeah.
and our thoughts, where in our body that piece is or what it does.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have to learn something that our brain already knows.
On the fly.
Where, let's just say you got an OBD port on your body. Where is it?
Butthole. Hands down. No doubt.
Yes.
Mouth.
Out of the plate. No.
What?
You know how inconvenient that would be to have someone put something in your mouth all the time?
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know if someone was OBD
Back of the
in your
head.
butthole. Yeah.
Yeah, back of the head.
Little
makes
chip right
sense.
there.
Yeah.
Hidden in your hair.
Yeah.
Maybe the back of the arm like the people get for their diabetes things.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good spot.
Yeah.
Or like the birth control that goes.
Yeah, those are nice. I like those.
Those look so gnarly.
Jesus.
Okay.
That's coming handy. All right,
Let's try this next one. This next one, come up with names for a high-end porta potty company.
I don't know if mine's gonna be super high end, but I definitely got one.
You can start us off. I'm gonna pull up my phone because I have mine down.
It was gonna be something like Papa Smurf Squatty Potty, Papa Smurfs Papa Squat, something like that.
Yeah,
Smurfs are high-end.
Smurfs are, but it's Papa's Papa Squat.
I was going in the Plastic Palace.
Oh,
That's good.
Yeah.
yeah, I like
That's
that.
good.
Yeah.
I got the Ritz Crapperton. There's more. And I also have Diamond Droppers
Okay.
and then Chateau de Charmin.
Okay.
Holiday in the Hole,
That's good too. Holiday in the hole. I like that.
Comfort Seat Inn.
Yeah.
Dude,
All hotel version.
this is a classic. Likelihood of this being true or not, I don't know. This is one of those like, I don't know, like middle school, high school stories that Jack Cartwright told me. And it was something about a woman that at one point thought the urinals in porta potties were purse holders, like for years.
Ooh.
And so she finally found out. Apparently, she tried to like sue like these porta potty companies because they like didn't label it or something.
It's just
She's just putting. She's just setting her purse in there.
Dude, and they get nasty. They have like
Dude,
some of them have
wet
like
holes.
just piss stains too.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Why? It doesn't matter. It could be, you could be in Tahoe midwinter, snow, freezing cold. You could go to take a shit in a porta potty and just be sweating bullets. I don't know if that's just me, but that thing is like, it's basically a sauna. It is. It's fucking nuts.
That's the worst part of Sea Otter when it's fucking hot out midday,
Dude.
right before the race. You got to drop one.
You
Fucking
did like a practice lap too, so you're
Yeah.
like already sweating.
already sweaty. Yeah, that's tough.
Then you get the anxiety of thinking you're gonna be late, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids are like trying to open the door. You're like, not right now.
All these 11-year-olds are fucking the porta potty. So
Get out of here.
I've never seen such a crazy porta potty culture as in before a race of some sort for runners.
oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's tough.
Fuck, even during races for like the
Yeah.
ultra marathon guys.
Well, those guys just shit themselves. No, but the porta potties, if you go to a 5K in the city, there's a 12-minute long line for the porta potties because
That's-
people fucking took pre-workout or whatever. It's a 5K, dude. It's 2 miles or 3 miles. You could walk the whole thing. Why are you,
Yeah.
people prep hard. And they get nervous and people
You know-
just fucking shit everywhere.
At this point in life, though, as organized sports leave our lives, the reason that I really enjoy doing this whole Sea Otter thing is because it gives me something to train for.
Yeah.
And it gives you like a little bit of purpose, and you can activate that fucking competitive nature.
Just kind of
that's
sucks
just
because
kinda buried.
I've lost a drinking buddy for the last couple months.
Yeah, I know, dude. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I haven't been drinking, but I feel great.
Congrats.
Yeah,
You should try it.
I feel amazing. I've been riding my bike a lot.
The first,
Have a couple beers after a ride. It's great.
Every day after
I
the
do-
shakes
I
are
do
gone,
miss-
I feel great.
I do miss having beers after a ride, but it was funny. Like after the first month, Claire and my mom were talking, and they're like, "Yeah, I mean, I feel great. I notice all these things different. Like I feel different." And then they're like, "Do you feel anything different?" I'm like, "No, Just one
Depression.
beer." Just
Yeah.
kidding. But yeah, no, I feel good now.
Sea Otter mountain bike race. Gavin and I are doing.
Yeah. We have a thing every year. I don't know if we've talked about it or not on the podcast, but we do.
We
It's
talked
gonna be the
about it
third-
in David's episode about the punishments.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it was
Because we
very
talked
brief.
about how
But backstory here. This is going to be the third year that we've done this. It's David, me, and our buddy James. We we race the Sea Otter, so it's normally just downhill. It's a mountain bike race at Laguna Seca Raceway in April, but we do this every year, and we come up with a bet so that whoever loses out of just the three of us, the worst of the three of us, has to do whatever the punishment is. So first year it was bleach your hair. Maybe we can throw up a picture right now of David
God.
with his bleached hair.
I don't have many pictures.
I thought it looked
that
good,
time.
though.
I got one
For
of you
good
in the
reason.
chair.
Oh god.
I thought it looked good.
Thank you.
It did. Dude, he rocked it, and he owned it too. He like had it for a long time, and then he even did the thing where he cut his hair, but it was still frosted tips.
Our friend Nico did that for free.
Yeah, he did it just for
Yeah,
fun.
he did it
Just for
just
fun.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Just kidding. And then the second year, we didn't really follow through with the whole punishment, but it was loser has to wear a pair of jorts made by the winners. So,
Dude, I will say, I had jorts with like my balls hanging out on one side,
yeah.
like down to my knee on the other,
Oh yeah.
and I was walking around with a chainsaw,
Yeah.
cheering on the
That's right.
slalom race.
I
I looked pretty psycho.
That was pretty epic. That was pretty epic. So we did it the night after the race. We were partying, and it was supposed to be a pair of pants from the loser, but James had a knife. I was a little drunk.
But that was a different time.
Oh, those were the shorts.
No,
though.
those weren't the shorts.
Oh, we were just cutting his pants.
Yeah, we just cut his pants.
I just started cutting his pants because it had a hole in it.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed the knife. I was like, "Sit still, James." I cut his pants into jorts. But we made a pair of jorts.
James just has 2 rings cut around his leg.
Yeah.
It was
Pretty
close.
It was
It was
real
close. That was the very first year. That's right.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be. I cut one leg, and it was really high. It was like so that David's nuts could possibly still hang out the bottom. And then the other leg was about knee level, so it looked really uneven, and it was awesome. And he was supposed to wear them in a round of golf. Didn't happen. Now, this year, I was gone last year, so I don't think, did you guys go to Sea Otter?
No.
Yeah, so now we're back, and we actually just settled on a punishment for
Yep.
this year. And it's-
Lemonade stand.
Losers gotta work a lemonade stand for a day in the location of the winner's choice.
Yep.
So
We did talk about that because I was like, East Oakland?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we actually decide. That was
yeah.
an option.
Boys, this transitions us perfect into the next part of it because men will do anything except for ask each other to just straight hang out.
Right. Yeah.
Men will do anything other than that. And you
Yeah.
notice men are generally uncomfortable around each other. Most men will talk shoulder to shoulder, while women will talk face to face. If you ever noticed that, another shower thought for you. Most men, yeah.
I've never noticed that.
As soon as think of how many times you've been uncomfortable, but you're more comfortable with your boys on your side. You're never talking to a guy straight face to face. Or women will just the only time it's like if you're at a restaurant with your boy and you're not going to sit next to him, 'cause that's even weirder.
I talk to all of my friends face to face.
David's over the counter.
Men are way more comfortable talking side to side. But what else are men more comfortable doing rather than asking just to hang out?
Fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah.
Golf?
I mean, yeah, fucking anything. Anything that
Yeah. Anything we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Make a podcast.
We just wanted to hang
Go-
out and we just
Yeah.
decided to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
go to the bar.
Cornhole?
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 Cornhole's a
Yeah.
good one.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, you want to throw a bag at a board? No. Well,
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to hang out. All right, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
I'm really excited just to get a guest on here and like talk to them about their career and get to know them more, but also just like throw these random things at them. 'cause
Oh yeah.
Hit them with some shower thoughts.
It'll be really
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
What are the shower thoughts? Do you guys have any?
Um,
Just like you think about all the time, things that keep you up at night. Because I got one, dude, and it's crazy that history goes back so far in our country. Because we were talking about in like episode 1 or 2, like what would you do in the 1700s? That's like the beginning of history for U.S.
Yeah.
independence. Our oldest
76.
1776.
Yeah.
Our oldest like celebrated holiday, if it was the Independence Day, is just over 200 years old. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's like we've had ancestors there's probably people that have great grandparents that were like alive
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah. There's been a lot of evolution in the past couple hundred years compared to all the years
Well, it's-
before.
It's like a linear growth thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, linear.
It's linear,
It's,
yeah.
yeah.
Except it went-
exponentially,
it was linear,
probably.
then it went.
Yeah.
But anything could be a legacy, dude. Think of how many Super Bowls we have. Like 50? How many? What was the Super Bowl number this year?
It's like not even.
I thought it was
Is
49.
49?
It's
That's one of the biggest celebrated and watched events in our history.
no.
in
I mean,
the
in
States, like,
U.S.
In U.S. history. That's what
Be
I'm saying.
It
surprised.
gets like no view. It gets like less viewership than a fucking average cricket tournament
Dude,
for like Europe.
Yeah,
You
but I'm
know?
just saying, in the U.S., anything you
Yeah.
start, like, they're always like a tradition, like no others, the Masters.
dude,
How long has golf been around
But like,
in the
long time.
U.S.?
yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
But like, I bet like a like New Zealand versus Australia like national rugby match or something like that. That's gonna get way more viewership than a Super Bowl does in the States. You know.
Yeah. Especially because a lot of other countries play
Yeah.
rugby.
I mean, the World Series, because it has Shohei Ohtani in it, you know, and Japan is just blowing up MLB.
Baseball's everywhere.
Yeah, and baseball's just huge in Japan now. Like, the percentage of the population in Japan versus the U.S. that watched the World Series was like absurd. It was like
I bet.
it was like a third of their population was locked in.
Well, they were all
The
cheering
fun-
for
the
one
World
team.
Series.
Yeah, it was like they were all cheering for one person versus
Yeah.
everyone else that was watching here was just cheering against two teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But basically, we could start something today and have a legacy in like 20 years, and it would be like, that's a big chunk of the U.S. history.
Airball tournaments, dude. Let's go. No, that is nuts. Because like growing up, I knew what cricket and rugby were, but I was always like, who the fuck plays that game? Just like totally closed-minded.
Yeah.
And then when I went to New Zealand, when I met the boy George, I was introduced to cricket and rugby in a sick way, and I was like, I could see why people get down with this. It's so
Yeah.
fun.
Yep.
He's just like sweating bets, and he's like, "Oh, fucking, it's on, it's going. You gotta come over and watch the cricket game tonight,
The
huh?"
match, yeah, you can watch the match. Even lacrosse is insane, and I feel like that's not a huge thing in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a crazy ass sport to watch. Another thing men would do instead of asking each other to hang out,
Oh.
Yeah.
just play lacrosse.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, you want to
Any sport,
kick
really.
field goals together?
Yeah, that's your big thing right
Yeah,
now.
I want to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do a extra point.
I feel like if you tried, you could. But Nico saying that he could make a field goal from the 35-yard line with never kicking a field goal is like insane.
I don't know if
Yeah.
he's ever kicked a ball.
I was like, no, Nico, you can't do that. That's a 45-yard field goal.
Yeah. No way. No way.
I'll stick to golf where I know I can make 45 yards.
Yeah. Well, okay. Going off of history and stuff, I don't know if you guys thought about one for this, but thinking of technology, stuff that is constantly changing versus something that has been kind of the same since it was invented. So I got the iPhone, or just smartphones in general, are always changing their physical appearances and technological appearance, whatever. But something that, like, I was just driving the other day and I saw this. This is why I thought of this. I was like, there's no way that that's fucking changed. So I looked it up. Tow hitches literally look the exact same in 1917 when they were invented.
You know,
It's insane. They just don't have the lock.
I got two
Okay.
that will blow your mind.
Okay, I'm so excited.
The wheel.
Okay.
The shit out of that. Yeah.
Fire.
The wheel changes or the wheel doesn't?
Like I know that fire wasn't invented, but fire was discovered.
Yeah.
Nobody's changed fire. Fire's fire. The wheel. Somebody finally made a wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it pointier. Like no, it's
Yeah.
a wheel. You don't need to
The
change it.
biggest thing was just we're gonna add rubber on the outside,
They've changed
That's
materials
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Materials and
Yeah.
stuff. But like,
but the concept of the wheel is the same. Yeah. See, there you go. That's
but
two things.
I know. I feel like the wheels changed a lot because look at the wheels, like the rims you were just looking at downstairs, and Chad was like, "No, I want the carbon ones." Right?
yeah,
I mean, wheels have
Yeah.
changed,
But that's-
materials have changed.
Yeah.
A brick has never changed. A brick has always been a brick.
That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even glass Coke bottles, they've fucking never changed their shape. Like just
I'm gonna call you.
a little,
Yeah.
a little. They've had a little bit of shape difference, but they used to just be green.
They're
full of
relatively
Coke.
the
Yeah.
same. Yeah, they're relatively the same.
Something that's changed, dude. A lot of stuff like in our trade, like elevators every year change light switches, everything's like low voltage.
Yeah.
Things in houses. I went and looked at something the other day for a house, and it's like, oh yeah, those are like, that part's 4 years old. Those are all like useless. You can't use that. It's everything's LED, and you can't even change something that can be put like a halogen bulb into it. Can't even have that.
What are they like? I might butcher this, like CDFI outlets or something
yeah,
like
GFCI.
that? GFCI.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Close
I mean,
for
yeah,
having it.
for no idea. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember who it was that was walking through my house, and they're like, "You don't have GFCI outlets? Like that's crazy."
Okay.
Shut up.
It was
Yeah.
James. It was James.
Of course it was.
Of course.
Whatever,
Chicago.
King of England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Off
we
your high horse.
don't overlook the trades, kids?
Yeah.
Do not overlook the trades.
Yep.
College is good if you know what you want to do or you just want to understand business, but if you don't know what you're doing and you're going to study fucking politics, get out.
Or
do
don't.
something else.
Or you're gonna be one of the like 5 million engineers in this country.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever it is. So.
But actually, engineering is something that
Yeah.
you should go to school for.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
like,
It's just a saturated
yeah,
market. Yeah.
It is saturated
There is-
right now.
There's
you
a
know, like,
huge, I just saw a video of Mike Rowe talking the other day. There's a huge gap in trade workers right now because our parents' generation were primarily trade workers and they pushed all of us to go to school. So like millions and millions of job opportunities are just open in the trades
Yep.
because people went and got a college education and now they're just not really doing anything.
you
Well, I'm
know.
excited at a job in Prisma right now.
Mhm.
They're doing all the electrical stuff at the panel, and it's a big house, and it's just like, it looks like a rat's nest.
Yeah.
And I just like watching, when I'm there, I haven't been there every day, but when I'm there, it's like watching them just minimize and just like slowly pick away at this huge puzzle. I'm like, fuck, dude. But they look like they're having fun. They're like playing country music. They're like, yeah, I'm just working. I'm like sweating balls, digging trenches.
Honestly, working in the trades is fun. Like, anyone out there watching, I love my job.
It's rewarding.
It's so cool seeing something actually get done at the end of the day. It's got to be the same for you when you're putting together a bike, doing something for someone else.
Yeah, it's not a trade, but
Yeah, it's a trade. It's
Mechanical trade.
yeah,
you're still
Yeah,
selling your
sure.
body, doing it. I would consider it a trade, I guess.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
skilled labor.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not coding a computer.
No, I'm not sitting at a desk.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah.
shit with my hands all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I did
That's,
have to do quite a bit of inventory today, which that part sucks. But
Yeah.
Not a trade.
not a trade.
Yeah.
Not a trade.
those days though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm obviously relatively new to the landscaping game, but the thing that I
Mhm.
like the most about it is you're just a little bit of everything. Like you do a little bit of electrical. It's all like child's play to an actual electrician or
Yep.
an actual welder or an actual operator, but it's so fun to just feel like you are one for a little bit.
Setting up sprinkler systems, though, you know all the different
Yeah.
T's, the Y's. You have to go
I'm still learning.
doing a layout and everything.
I'm 5 months into it, so I'm still fucking learning everything. But irrigation wise, yeah, my dad taught me a lot of stuff growing up. Plumbing, which translates over into this. Like
Mhm.
when we're doing a backflow, it's a lot of soldering. My Uncle Jimmy's like, you know how to solder? I was like, yeah, I actually do.
Yeah.
He's like, no way.
That's where with like the
It's fun.
bike stuff, like I wanna make some parts because there's some stuff that's like really like relatively straightforward to like make
Yeah.
and have like a usable thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's like I definitely want to have a hand at like making some like bike racks and stuff like that, because then that's like really easy, like brazing and stuff like that, where it's like not necessarily as intense as like some welding something that needs to be like perfect square edges,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. And then like,
What about machining anything?
oh dude, I want a lathe so bad for this place.
Sick.
Like, yeah, the amount of times I need like a spacer that's like 10 mil long and with a like ID of like 8 or something like that, and like I just am digging through parts bins and I find stuff that's so close, and if I could just put it on a lathe and just trim like 2 mil off the end of it, like, oh, it'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and like I really want to make a tune mass damper for a bike because that's like really easy, but it's basically just like I mean it's essentially a spring that's floating, and you can attach it to the bike. And so that spring oscillating can offset the vibrations that you're getting through the bike.
Huh.
But
You think you could make this?
yeah,
Oh, fuck yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, you strike me as a person that is like that could be your creative artistic form. Like I feel like that's something that you're gonna have, just like a creative outlet in an artistic way, like that.
yeah, it's definitely not something that like, dude. I mean, all of that market is so flooded in like the bike world where it's not something that's like a necessarily a viable business. I just want to do it for the knowledge and for the experience.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
What's a song you've just been vibing to this week?
Recently picked back up. I'm dabbling in a little bit of rap. I was on a
Okay.
country rock and roll hype for a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's TV by Kendrick.
Okay.
Dude, that song gets me going. I'm
Yeah.
like driving to work, I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh yeah, dude. Gets me fired up.
Yeah.
I'm going to a Evan Honer concert tomorrow. He's
Oh,
kind of a
shit.
folk
Evan
guy.
Honer, yeah.
I'm fucking so stoked to see him, and I've been just jamming out to like I don't know if it's like his. It's the only song he has. It's a little more upbeat. I don't know shit about cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That song pissed me off for a little bit. I was like, this guy's trying to be too fucking cool. But now I like
That song.
it.
I
It grew
jam
on
out
me.
to that song. But I've been listening to him for like 2.5 years. I've been harping on him like before, like when Zach Top was big, like 2 years, or like before he was big 2 years ago, and I was like, Zach Top, everyone's gonna listen to this guy. I feel like Evan Honer's gonna be like one of those.
Evan Honer, he got famous off of social media mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, happening most of the time. But I remember
Yes.
seeing him being the kid with like the guitar and the video just playing.
Yeah.
And it was cool. Yeah, that was a couple
So
years ago.
I'm gonna go see him at the Fillmore tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That
I'm so
sounds like
stoked.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get your little Fillmore poster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How about you?
Here, Vanilla Gorilla.
Gorilla.
They just came out with a new album, Home.
Uh-huh.
God, the song High on the album, so
Yeah.
good. And like honestly, the whole album is so good. I got so mad because another band that I really like, Daily J, they came out with an album like last week, and I just listened through it, and I was like, nothing. Just like, and when a band you like comes out with an album that's just got like nothing for you, oh, it's so annoying. And so I was so stoked because these guys came out with their album, and it was just like banger after banger.
That's what happened to Green Day after Dookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They had like
They-
or like the 21
yeah.
Guns album. I was like,
yeah.
oh, this is gonna be sick. I went to like the first concert. It was when they were filming the music video. We randomly got tickets, and I was like, okay, nothing but kind of nothing here. Like, Green Day really had it going
Yeah.
until just now,
Yeah.
and now they're still
Yeah.
making songs. They're all bad.
Yeah. Dookie
Sorry.
is so good.
It is.
That
You guys
album,
were talking about,
Green Day, the Dookie album.
oh my God, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about fucking Limp Bizkit's
No.
song.
No.
That's why I was like,
No.
was that a diss to Green Day?
No, the Dookie album, like top to bottom, is just
You could
So
listen to the
good.
whole thing front
Yep.
to back.
Yep.
Any bands that fell off for you?
Fell off.
Yeah, like you listen to an album, all of a sudden it's like they're gone, they're done.
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
Afro Man. No, I'm just
Afro
kidding.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Never falls out with
Yeah.
this.
Blues
He's not a band.
Blues Traveler. He just came out one hit wonder. There's been a lot of one hit wonders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, social media I feel like is a good
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You either blow up like Tate McRae, or you just or you hit wonder like what's his name, Ed Sheeran.
Oh my god.
You tried to rap once. Did you hear Ed Sheeran try to rap?
No.
I thought you said me. I was
No,
like,
Ed Sheeran tried to rap.
Ed Sheeran cameo in Game of Thrones. Fucking terrible.
He had a cameo in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
What
dude.
was he, a fucking leprechaun?
Was it? Actually? Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I never watched it.
Was he actually?
Yeah.
Who else? What else would he be?
No, he wasn't a fucking leprechaun.
You got me. 'Cause I still haven't seen Game
Yeah.
of Thrones.
I mean, I think we got a couple more minutes. We can hit that discipline thing that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of touched on it. I just
Yeah.
wanted to, I'd like to just talk to people about how they feel rewarded after a little bit of self-discipline. Like,
Yeah.
it came to mind because right now we're doing like training for Sea Otter, getting ready to
Mhm.
race David and James.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that I respond well throughout the day if I hold true to small victories. Like I noticed, even if I don't, like if I just get too busy and I can't go for a ride to get in shape, but throughout the day I'm like staying away from shitty food and I'm drinking a lot of water and I'm doing this stuff. I'm waking up, getting to work on time, whatever the fuck it may be.
Yeah.
The small victories that add up, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I didn't get to go for a ride, but I did all these things. It makes me feel a lot better mentally.
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like that's my job. Like every day waking up and being a useful part of society. I've always looked at that as like, that's just my duty. I'm supposed to wake up, do something right, and whether it benefits me or not, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, but I'm talking more so that goes with it too, but I'm talking more so something that isn't part of society, more so just for you.
Yeah.
Like I went on a bike ride today. So no, okay. I was gonna try to
Was it good?
No, on your normal day, I'm just not gonna crack a beer at like noon. I go on a bike ride, crack a beer at noon.
Self-discipline, baby.
Self-discipline, baby.
Waited till noon.
No.
See, like that's been a big one for me though, not drinking. Like
that's what I was gonna say. 'Cause
surprisingly
how long has it
harder.
been since you drank?
I did the math yesterday at Cornwall. I was talking to somebody, and it's only been 55 days, but that's like pretty good amount of time.
Yeah, that's like 2% of your life.
Since the new year?
January 10th, I
Okay.
believe. So it's 56 days today.
No smoking weed for me.
Yeah,
since the new year.
that's big for you. You're a
good
big
one.
smoker, yeah.
That's like legit
Yeah.
a percentage of your life. That's like 2% of your life. You get both of you. I'm bad at math, but I would assume that's about 2%.
Yeah, I don't know.
2 months
55
out of
days.
That's like 2 months out of 27 times 12. I don't know.
You know what you got?
Maybe less than that. Maybe 1%. But that's a chunk.
Along the lines of like looking at time and percentages and like just like perception of your how long your life is. Did you know Dino Ambrosi?
Yeah. Oh, his TED Talk.
His TED Talk?
Yeah.
That shit was
really good.
really fucking good.
Want to know something funny? I fucking watched that. I had no idea it was him. And
Really?
I looked at the thing and it's like Dino Ambrosi. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I remember he
bought
read
a-
his application that he sent to Stanford because he was a grade above us.
Oh, really?
And we were doing application times as juniors
yeah.
for just going into senior year because he used to have the
Yeah.
applications. And he was super smart. He is super smart.
Yeah.
But he came in to talk to our class about applications, and he read us his thing that he wrote on his application to Stanford.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but I just remember it being fucking funny because he's like, I'm probably not going to get in, so I'm throwing a curveball at him. And then he just wrote,
Yeah. I bought a fisheye lens off of him for my Canon camera at the time. Gave me a good deal.
Hell yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
guy.
His TED talks, you should check it out. It's Dino Ambrosi. I don't know what it's called, but it's on YouTube. It's a TED Talk, and he's calculating the amount of time your phone takes away from your life, basically.
Basically, the
Long story short.
the free time in your life that gets
Yeah.
sucked up from
Yeah.
your phone use.
Makes you feel like shit, but then
That
at
makes
the end
you
of the day,
feel
you're
like shit.
thank God I watched that.
Yeah. It's a good one.
See, I never really had an alcohol problem, but I have an Instagram problem for sure. And
This is a great TED Talk video for you to watch.
Yeah. You
Well, I
should-
deleted Instagram like 2.5 weeks ago. So if I haven't been liking your guys'
Really?
stories, I haven't gone on.
Yeah.
Like the app's still on my phone because we have the
Dude, you're going to go
podcast page.
crazy on the podcast page.
God.
Oh yeah,
Fine.
I'm looking up weird reels on.
Yeah, you get
podcast
anything
page.
if you get anything weird from the Between Shifts podcast on Instagram, it's him.
Yeah, my
This
bad.
This guy. Yep.
Yeah,
He's the socials guy.
yeah.
Well,
Addiction's weird.
we should wrap this up.
All right.
We're at almost
All right.
40 minutes now, so
Yeah,
We're,
we're running out to 40.
I like
Cool.
where we're at.
we'll be back the following week. Hopefully, we can get Chris on. Chris is the
He's not gonna want to do it, but we'll try.
well, we're gonna try.
We're
He's
gonna
the
try.
owner of Bike Works in Half Moon Bay. Yeah, we're gonna try our hardest to get him on to hear his story and hear how he built this business. Yeah, I'm Gavin,
I'm Ian.
I'm Dave.
and Between Shifts, we're signing off.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening.
Adios.
Bye. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, we're brought to you by BikeWorks HMB, your one-stop shop for bike service, sales, and rentals in Half Moon Bay, California. Whether you're on the mountain, road, or low on battery, BikeWorks HMB has your back. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support this podcast, please feel free to reach out to us at betweenshiftspod@gmail.com. The link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. GT signing off.